Hi and hello and welcome to episode 25 and I guess 26. Episode 25 stretched out. It's episode 25 plus some because we're going to recap two of those sums today. It's been a lot of fun. The world of Duke City Championship Wrestling as of late. Two episodes to recap. Episode 25, which is going to be a banger. That's the Route 66 Battle Royal Championship episode, and then everything that occurred after that. Same night recording. You guys know how we do it. I am Fred Slow. Alongside me, Saleh Taylor to that way. You're over here. Saleh, welcome, brother. How are you?
I am moving. I'm grooving. I'm actually having a power breakfast because it's time to feed the beast right now.
It's noon. You're having a lunch. You're having breakfast for lunch.
I'm having blunch. I think that's a new thing the kids call it.
No one uses that terminology. I'm in my new home studio. It's not quite done yet, but you guys can kind of see the space that's working behind me. So thank you for everyone that has allowed me not be part of the real show over the last couple of weeks as I've been transitioning in my personal life. But please keep in mind that while on this program, I am the last professional promoter. Cannot stress that to you enough. There is no confusion there. We jump into it so we can laugh about it while we're doing it. I'm going to lead today. Saleh, you're okay with that?
Let's do it, baby.
All right. So I should mute this, shouldn't I? This has a problem every time. Do we mute? Do we not mute? Because Fernando is excellent here. We'll let him bleed.
I'm on. Good God.
Oh, I hate Brian Idol.
Dude, a professional. He looks like $1 million. There's a reason why there's a high demand for him. You will soon be a household name.
What do you mean soon? This dude is a household name.
Oh, well, he's crossing over to like the... Actually, yeah, he is. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, he's super featured in that WB documentary, the Carney Town stuff. Yep. With Billy Corgan and all that. Obviously, our partnership with the NWA moving forward. That little play bar will go away right there. Hey, low-key, Francisco's been on fire lately.
Well said, man.
Yeah, because he's had a history of not being on fire, and he's the hottest referee in the game right now.
He is very passionate. All of our refs are extremely passionate. They love they're professionals. But Don Cisco has been killing it. You are correct. And
this was the banana peel spot, which was so funny.
Oh my God, that hurt too.
The crowd. My favorite part about, because this was our last recording, so this would have been at what's before May, April.
April, yes.
So this was our April show. And it was wild good. The crowd was wild good. It was, you can kind of see, like, they go back and forth at each other. Like, they're so funny.
Well, this is also like a really, really great
United shirt. Let's go.
I
went to the United game last night. Big win over Hartford. One rip. They're sitting first in the West.
Champ getting over clean on this. Really, really great. Speaks to that. You know, the man's a fighting man.
This is the last one you guys recapped, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so good. Great show.
I like how Mosh Pit Mike has thumbtacks in the bottom of his shoes, even though we don't use thumbtacks, and he uses them like elsewhere, and they just follow him from promotion to promotion.
It's a thing that kind of like you can't really sneak up on people anymore. You hear those things tapping around you.
We're muting the video moving forward, so we can talk about the video moving forward. So Angelica Risk was Little Inside Pro Wrestling. Oh, the chat's going crazy too. I'm sorry, chat. I wasn't paying attention. We'll catch everyone up. Good morning to everyone. There we go. Breakfast is a meal, not a time of day.
Breakfast is a way of life.
That's very Latin. That's coming from friend of the show, Kevin, who does all the backstage production. It means to break your fast is what it means. And a fast is the time you don't eat overnight. So technically that is correct. And then obviously Duke City Warriors joining us. She loves Brian Idol. Yes, she does. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love Brian Idol? Angelica Risk was our first call for the year anniversary show for Duke City Championship Wrestling. Wow. Albuquerque native. Obviously has had a ton of success across this great country. She's holding the Nightmare Factory Championship right there. I believe she's the inaugural champion. Is that correct, Saleh?
I believe so.
So yeah, so she came into town whenever I called her. So I call her. I'm like, hey, shoot name. It's Fred. You know, we're doing this big show. Like, what are the odds that you're available? And she says, I'm only available if I can defend the Nightmare Factory Women's Championship. Like, I'm only available then. And it's like, oh, okay. You know, like incredibly doable, wildly doable. Oh, I love this here. So we had a whole episode before this where I come out and do like a whole like promo thing.
A 30-minute promo you cut, man. Yeah.
19 minutes. It's the only time I've really been in the ring at all. Like, because I come out, I do a 3-minute thing like before the show starts. And I say, "Hi, my name is Fred Slow. I'm in the
bring them out. You bring them out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bring them out. Right. And what it is, it's like everyone get to your seats. Like the thing is starting. Like that's what we do, right? So anyway, so as I'm coming out, we do like an interruption thing where it's like they come out. It's on the YouTube too. I don't know why I didn't choose to select that, but it's part of our thing. You know what I mean? So anyways, so I come out and this is the first quote unquote bump that I've ever taken, right? This is the first quote unquote, it was 15 and a half minutes. It's just a promo episode. It has too many views. I don't like it. So I come out, I'm like, hey, here's here's the history of the last year of Duke City Championship Wrestling, this, that, the other thing. You come out, push me through the ropes. It's a whole thing. I'm doing my absolute best to be, up there, but I'm surrounded by talent. It's you and Matthew Robles and Thunder and Charlie 50 and Veronica Vega. And it's the return of Migra to Duke City Championship Wrestling for the first time in a long time. Beautiful. And, Charlie 50 was like, man, I haven't been here in a while. Like, do you think they're going to hate me? I'm like, look at your face, dude. Like they hate you no matter what. Like you're being hated. First battle royal right here. This thing was wild. So Mr. Happy here, who ends up being a feature of the battle royal, obviously. We have, I don't know, let's count them out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We have 15, 16.
12, yeah. And then there was some last minute stuff. And some of the Prime Wrestling guys are out there. They did a showcase before this show. So some of the Prime Wrestling guys. And
they did a great job.
Yeah, they were fun. Hey, that little TV-tron, the Tinytron logo where we put up every male competitor we'd ever had that had the possibility of being in this match. Thunder is not there. That thing caught social media by storm because they were like, there was a lot of like conjecture and projection, like who could and what could or whatever. And this ended up being the group. So it was a lot of new faces, a lot of old faces. There's Johnny Mango looking like a rugby wrestler.
That dude, he has a great stare down, great look.
Tony's hat
and we're off.
It starts with fire as in the entrance. We had a different production crew with ProView Networks this time. So it was like a holiday weekend. We did it on Memorial Day weekend. And Macho Libre is something stupid, something special. He didn't come out with the group. Yeah. Oh God,
there he is.
and I was so obsessed with the entrance, I missed the first elimination, which was one of the Prime Wrestling guys. So we didn't even mention it on the broadcast. So Macho Libre comes out and no one pays any attention to him. Like
he just sneaks in and starts
looks in the corner.
That I think I marked out when it came in when I finally saw him.
And you see there in the corner, he's getting beat up by Johnny Manga, and his hat falls off. Or Mr. Happy, not Johnny Manga. His hat falls off. Mr. Happy picks his hat back up, puts it on Macho Libre's head, beats him up, and then puts the hat on his own head.
I love it.
We're over here like, this is the Route 66 championship. This is the most serious thing in the history of Duke City Championship Wrestling. This is a big deal. And Mr. Happy and Macho Libre are like, yeah, let's just like play the Mexican hat dance. Let's go. These guys are so funny.
Everyone's just going at it to love this. Turbo Tony, the Nathanimal himself.
Look at, hey, how about these kids in the back? This kid's standing on his seat with this Hobo Hank shirt on. He's like, this is my jam. He's like,
everyone's about it. This is a great way. We opened the show with this after your 40-minute promo, man. They just kept talking, man.
30 minutes, 5 minutes ago. Now it's 40 minutes.
It was crazy, dude. Time was fleeting. Nathaniel taking that elimination. Oh, nice little kip up.
Yeah, so that dude's hecka athletic. So I don't know if everyone knows Nathaniel Augustin's story. So he was a shoot wrestler, wrestled at Ohio State. He's from Albuquerque. Trains like U.S. national team, like shoot wrestlers. Just has a mind for wrestling. The dude is super smart. and he goes off like he's just defeated, and he's gonna pick up.
Was it the hat? Was it the hat? I know Nathaniel as an actor as well. We're both actors, and he's an amazing actor. The man does just great stunts, very reliable. The dude's dope, like really great. Hey, Johnny Manga almost took out Turbo. Wow, I didn't know this, man.
Pink the corner here too, because you'll just see Tyler Copeland just taking a nap on the stairs. He doesn't care.
That's why he's the infamous one. He just knows how to utilize anything and everything to his advantage.
Oh. All right, so it's Nacho Libre goes to the top rope. This is
gotta fly.
Oh, and first, your music hits right here. So
oh, this was beautiful. I was grateful. This was so much fun.
And Sizzle's on commentary. He knocks his own hat off.
Oh man, this is beautiful.
Hey, 1 year in, and I gave up on the blazer.
You know what?
It was hot.
Either way, dude. Well, we're in summertime, baby, and yeah, it's hot in there too. I couldn't even do my denim jacket. Oh, Johnny Manga, what?
Oh, and you missed it because you were walking to the ring. You had no idea. Look at where did you get that shirt?
From Samoa. It's just we all are just given one on a yearly basis. Yeah. Oh, the flying headbutt.
You come in with your finisher. You're like, I'm here. Hey, Balak Vile to me is a level of talent that I don't know if enough individuals love. Like that's sweet. His gimmick is as good as any gimmick I've ever seen. Oh, we're gonna replay your flying headbutt. Oh yeah, right to the dick.
Oh, I'm getting the idiot elbows.
It's not because you're aiming for the dick. It's because you're not athletic enough to jump higher than it. You were like, that's all I got.
Well, it's also a liability. If I fly more than 3 feet above the ground, we have to sign another insurance form.
That's so funny,
dude. That elimination hurt. I was like, I've never been over the top rope.
The Samoan torpedo.
The Samoan torpedo. I'm with
it. Eliminated when I wasn't looking.
Oh, dude, I love it.
You got eliminated so fast. So it comes down to the final two here. And then, hey, from the live chat, this is real. So Duke City Warriors says Jay Sizzle's mic wasn't working. 100% true. So, we are a year into this thing. But like I said, we work with ProView Networks. And ProView had a whole new team in there. They had Jay Sizzle's mic muted in this first. So as we're doing the broadcast, and so we couldn't tell, right? So we have monitors or whatever. And I'm going to tell you this is the absolute best job Jay Sizzle has ever done in the history of anything pro wrestling in the entire world. Oh, the freeze spot. This is so stupid. So Alex Kyle hits the freeze spot, which we hadn't done in the whole year. And Tyler Copeland is like, this is a serious thing. Like, don't make fun. And then they punch right on the gut. His face. Oh, and he can't get there. We go. We're at 6,500 feet. So, anyways, Jay Sizzle's mic is crickets the whole time, and you just hear me reacting to everything he's saying, which is so funny. And none of it's ever going to make the air because it didn't record. So yeah, that was an absolute disservice to Jay Sizzle. But to make up for it, we named the next event June the 28th Summer Sizzle. So
yes.
So there you go. There, we're sorry.
Jay Sizzle actually called the match of his life. Like, he was on fire.
Oh, he was on fire. He was so funny. Like, and no one will ever know. No one will ever know how talented he was.
He killed it.
I go to ProView Networks. I go, hey, Jay Sizzle's mic was muted. And they go, what kind of loss was that? I go, what? I go, what? All right, so it's over here. This thing's over. Congrats.
Or is it? Or is it?
Look at his celebration. That's the worst Shawn Michaels spot I've ever seen from Mr. Happy. He's too tall.
He's very tall. Valley going off, man.
Oh, dude, he cracks me up so bad. Look at those birthday hats. Way to go. Homies are sweet.
Them homies is dope, man.
Yep. Mr. Happy comes up from behind, and those pants are too slippery to get him clean the first try. So this was a cool thing here, man. We could let the crowd talk a little bit over it, and you're back on commentary at this point. But Mr. Happy is the inaugural Route 66 champion. The crowd hits him with the "You deserve it." You could tell by his reaction that, there was a moment to him where that previous year with Duke City Championship Wrestling has really paid off for him. And, there's like Hobo Hank, obviously number one all time, but hey, forget the light on us, I guess. We're just going to cut back to us. Yeah, but in like the whole journey, not to cut you. I'm sorry, Sully. I'm on one right now. I haven't done one of these shows in a while.
Yeah, man, come on, let it out, baby.
The first show we ever do, Mr. Happy, Mister Happy. Oh, I had it wrong in the run sheet. I had Mr. Happy. You know what I mean? So we're talking about episode 1, debut 1. I in production at the time. Chris Burnett was with us, which we'll talk about that at link too. But like in his debut, we don't even have his name right. You know what I mean? Like we're awful to him. Like he has all the reason. The one thing in entertainment, get my name right. And he's a pro. Like he sticks through the thing. He battles it, and then 1 year to the day, the anniversary show. This is so cool. This has got to be one of my top moments. He becomes the inaugural Route 66 champion in our very first battle royal on our anniversary show, dude. I got so much love and appreciation for this dude.
Mr. Happy is a beautiful embodiment of like a Burke's like persevering man. The man, consummate professional, works really well, man.
Mm-hmm.
Great presence in any locker room.
I agree.
And very,
well,
very
right there, Mr. Happy on the.
Oh no!
I'm telling you, dude.
Oh,
it was not ProView's best day, if we're being honest. Like those are my guys, but they had a new crew in learning with the holiday, and there's some of that stuff. But yeah, Mr. Happy was wildly special on this night, and it goes on, and because the part of the stipulation where I was in front of the crowd for, what'd you say it was, 45 minutes before the show started?
2 hours. You had
2
2 hour promo.
Matthew Robles says in that promo, which we didn't recap here, which I guess we could at the end, but that's stupid now. Yeah, he goes on to say the winner of this battle royal will be Hobo Hank's tag team partner against Thunder and Charlie 50. So Mr. Happy, double paycheck that night. So good for him.
Earning that slot on the main event, man.
This is the "You deserve it" thing. Look at the emotion on my dude right here.
Dude. It was, and like, I believe like a few days after this, he went to Colorado, went to Pueblo.
Yeah, just a week later. Hey, how many times do I need to tell Fernando, use your right hand and open up? Like you're on TV, brother.
We're getting there.
I'm the only pro in the game, dude. Like
and you surrounded yourself with quite professionals themselves, man.
Every kid loves this dude. He's a bridge in the locker room. Opens the show. He bookended the anniversary show. Like, tell me there's not someone more established in Albuquerque than Mr. Happy. I'd call you a liar.
Dude, the people love him. Look at this.
This is so stupid. So this is a Saturday recording, and homies, I'm not joking. They showed up at 10 a.m. for what was 5:30 showcase start, 7 o'clock regular start. They tailgated for 9 hours before this thing in the sun.
Very dedicated gentlemen, by the way. Like,
hey, this is real. Like Jay Sizzle paying homage to Mr. Happy. Oh, like put the belt on a cute kid. Way to go, dude.
That's got to be like the Route 66 championship belt, aka the People's Champ.
So this is funny. So Jay Sizzle, who as Sizzle in our organization, works with Mexplex. So Steel City is running last week, and Mr. Happy, it's Plex's birthday, like it's Steel City. Mr. Happy goes a whole nother direction. He hates Colorado so much. I'm not trying to spoil anything for their broadcast, but I mean, whatever, we're on my broadcast. Like, he does to Mexplex what happened to Tyler Copeland in Duke City Championship Wrestling for our birthday. And if that makes sense to you, you get it. And if you don't, stay tuned for future episodes. But Mr. Happy is not the most beloved individual in Colorado right now.
They could suck it. Mr. Happy is dope anywhere and everywhere he goes, man. This was
Mr.
dope.
The young blood in the first row. His name is Journey. We celebrated his birthday last year with Duke City Championship Wrestling, and that's who Mr. Happy put the belt on. And then, yes, the livest Mexplex.
The livest Mexplex. Who knows,
Eliza
man?
Haze got some new Tiny Tron, huh? Good
snap.
Girl.
Who knows, man? We might be having to go visit a Pueblo ourselves soon.
Oh, we had full intention. So we were going to go up to Pueblo for the show, and then you and I ended up getting last minute bookings on our shoot jobs. So I don't know if everyone knows this. So you're the world's most talented musician, period. There's not really another way to say that. I'm the most talented radio and MC guy in all of the city. And we slum at this pro wrestling thing. So you ended up going and doing it. You had a gig, and then I ended up doing some stuff with the Brooks and Dunn concert was in town, and then we had our anniversary party that night. So I ended up double booked as well. So it ended up being a whole day of like shoot job stuff.
Yeah,
and we couldn't get up to Pueblo, which, by the way, we would have hated. We would have hated the drive. We would have hated being there. We would have hated the food. Like everything about it would have sucked. Just to show up to Steel City and tell them all how they suck. Like that's a thing that would have been for a minute. Hey, this is kind of a thing. So when Angelica was here last time, she was on the opposite end of cheers. She was very much like booed. She was very much not the hometown hero I think she thought she was going to be. And then it was a complete 180 here, right? Like these two gals battled it out with like the adornment of the entire city on both sides. It was kind of cool.
The bit of a turn, actually. Yeah, you're right, man. How the crowds reacted to both, but it actually was beautiful because the crowd was with them this whole match, and like they were getting beautiful reactions because it's two of the Angelica and Eliza Haze can work a great match. The chat room's going off right now.
Yeah, the chat room is on fire. The stuff about Angelica Risk is she does something we don't necessarily do here in Duke City Championship Wrestling, and she adds a level of like sexy to it, because we're very much like the family friendly, the whole, our hardcore match was a toy match. You know what I mean? Like we're of that energy. And at Angelica Risk, like when she gets in the ring, she'll give you a little twerk. When she gets in the, some like her moves, they have a provocative to them that we don't necessarily do outside of you. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Like you ask me every show before we go to like turn down the sexy. So like,
I say gyrate less. That's what I say.
That is exactly something before every show. So like I have to leave room for anyone and everyone who can't pick it up. And Angelica picks it up. We're family friendly, but Angelica inspires the young men.
Yeah.
And women. Everyone.
She sees the envelope and I'm like, hey, don't push the envelope. She's like, I'm gonna lick it first. I'm like, no, Angelica, no, don't say that.
Bad Angelica.
She's a lot. I'm the biggest fan of Eliza Haze. She is the face of women's wrestling and what we do. I think we've had 7 different women wrestlers in our organization, and she's the most established and prominent one in our organization. And she is, I don't know, she's beloved by the kids. Like she's beloved by the fan base. She's awesome.
There's a weight that like Eliza Haze carries with it because she knows that she's not just wrestling for herself. She's wrestling for everyone else that wants to do it, can't do it, think about it. Because like she's showing them that like this is a great and beautiful thing to do, and she does it greatly and beautifully. So Eliza Haze, another very professional. We have great worker. At
our June 28th show, we have a debut. We have a woman debuting with Duke City Championship Wrestling. Well, Duke City Championship Wrestling TV. Like she's worked with us before. She's great. She's excellent. She was part of our Las Cruces show. Not to spoil anything, but if you were there, if you weren't there, you're going to find out. But she's going to fight Adrian Mesca, and that's going to be awesome. So they're going to come up for the 28th, and it'll be a lot of fun to see a competitor from Colorado and a competitor from Texas meeting here in Albuquerque to do this thing. So going to be a cool little 28th show.
Really excited about that. Is there any other matches we can start announcing yet? Or
that's a great question. No. So the short answer is no. But I will say this: as fortunate that we were that the last Duke City Championship Wrestling, the birthday bash at the historic El Rey, as great as that was, which I think it was the best one we've ever done, this one is going to be in competition or greater than. So I'm of a real positive energy about it.
It's gonna be, man, you're casting some right. It's a big checks, baby.
Yeah. Well,
and follow through.
Like I said, summer sizzle, right? So look for something big from the Livest Mexplex,
the Livest.
Yeah. And I'll be real transparent here. We didn't accidentally pick Summer Sizzle. Like if Sizzle and the Livest Mexplex think that Steel City Championship Wrestling and Pueblo can just show up after we've been here a year and start doing a thing, like shots fired. You know what I mean? Like
pew, pew, baby.
The Sizzle's not in Pueblo. The Sizzle is right here. It's in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
It's gonna be good. That's gonna be a great show. I am looking forward to the show. We have a lot of beautiful things in store for y'all. And then the ladies just been going at it, by the way.
Yeah. Well,
I love watching like when people are doing fundamentals as well.
It's like it's like everything's like a test of strength because and this is so smart by Eliza Haze to work the leg this entire match. But because that's the speed thing, right? Like Risk is quick. She's a hit you and run kind of gal. And Eliza Haze is gonna stand her ground and battle you. But there's a lot of little text.
Great kick.
So good.
It's a great kick.
Hey, do you feel like when the ladies are in the ring that Rusty Rutherford gets a little closer? Do you feel like he's photographer Rusty Rutherford? Do you feel like he's like I'm in the action now? Like
he's like right behind. He's right behind our cinematographers. He's right on them. There he is. Look at him.
Hey, also look. Hey, like in the corner here, I don't know. Sweeps is out here, and he's like, I'm gonna get this one close up. Sweeps is so funny. Sweeps also runs Cage Minds, like the website. He's tremendous, does a ton of mixed martial arts, UFC, wrestling coverage. And he's like, I'm gonna get some personal photos for the website. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Bro? Thank you. Yes, thank you.
I like it so much.
Continue working on the leg of Angelica. Very, very smart moves going on here. A little great ring IQ. Oh, give him the receipt. Oh,
and this is only our second match of this TV taping, and because I took, how long did it take for the show to start with me going out there?
3.5 hours.
Yeah, so because it took that long, and the Battle Royal, the crowd had been in here for like already an hour. It was something
2 days.
Like, yeah, and they were still about this life. They were like, we don't care. Like we're ready for Pro Wrestling Celebration. Like let's do 1 year.
Shout out to the fans, though. Yeah, we love y'all. Oh, good God, those hurt. The shout out to the fans who just came through and just showed up and showed out and just had fun. And the night, there was just something beautiful in the air that was just like, let's have some fun.
Kind of funny. In the production team of Duke City Championship Wrestling, there's a handful of dudes that do a lot, and Sweeps is the most over one of all of them. And I feel like everyone else in production is pissed because they all do an equally good job. And because Sweeps will work the broom and forget to pull his pants up all the way, the crowd loves him.
We get a Sweeps pop every show.
Oh, it's so stupid.
There's not much we can do about it, man. It's now part of the show.
Sweeps is not the guy taking the canvas to the laundromat to clean cake off of it after the show. He's not that guy. The most important.
But people don't see it. People don't care because Sweeps is in the ring.
Hey, I thought it was over here. That roll up.
That was very close. Eliza Haze putting up a big fight.
My God.
Working that leg too, man.
During the broadcast too, if you go back and watch this the whole time, you're so funny. You just keep talking about the competitors in purple, and I'm like, they're both in purple. And then you're claiming you're colorblind the whole time, and I'm like, stop saying you're color. You're like, I don't see color, gray. Red. And I'm like,
I enjoy being an idiot.
It's so
fun,
funny,
man.
Dude.
It's just fun. When you lower your expectations for everyone else to you. Oh, very close count. Oh my gosh.
Well, and there was a ton going on at the venue too, right? So there was a ton going on around us at this time. So like people are running up to us and like whispering in our ears, and there's like a whole production thing going on, and the whole time you're just bloop, 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 bloop. I'm like, okay. Like my lady had brought us like champagne to celebrate and stuff, and we're like trying to like ice champagne, and I'm like I'm pulling my headset down. I'm like, can you pop champagne on air like without screwing it up? And you're like, look at me. Yes. And I'm like, okay, like I'm holding the glass because I was afraid I was going to screw it up. I was like, oh no, I'm like douse the mixer in bubbly.
Like I've had years of practice. I'm very
you see in the
experienced.
corner when Gabe Gambino just sneaks up and sits down with some fans. He's weird, dude.
He's all about.
He's like made a fan stand up in the corner and took her seat.
Like, hold on, the camera's here. He feels the camera coming near.
He's number one in the jealous of sweeps category.
You can see Gabe using his mustache as a as a disguise.
Oh yeah, like a villainous thing. Like
yeah, just hanging out in the back.
When Risk comes to life here on this, like you can almost just see like the health meter of Eliza Haze just going down like in a video game.
Little body press.
Oh, she's like, forget just the pin.
Going.
She's like, I hate you. I hate everything about you.
Like, yeah, that's a petty fire up, man. I'm with it. I support that. I love this. Angelica's fired up.
Oh yeah. Well, she'd been getting her ass whipped for like 10 minutes.
For 2 hours.
And then and Haze kicks out. And that's you can tell there's no life left in you. You know what I mean? Like
we just
like
an instinct. Yep. And even then that was just not much left, man. Eliza Haze just getting my how the turntables have turned.
Hey, and both these gals have super good TV gear. Like I don't know if the audience like
the one in purple, right?
Nice. They both have like unique cuts. They both have like their looks. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot that goes into like your gear for TV. And yeah, both these dudes have it down.
They're dope. They're like I can't say this enough. Just professionals.
Yeah.
And just work. Eliza Haze touring the country, and when you are the Nightmare Factory champ, you are supposed to have that. You're supposed to be defending it every time you're in the ring.
Correct.
So, like, she always has to be ready, and Eliza Haze is always ready as well. This is just a great match.
Well, there's a bunch. Hey, I have a new studio set up, so I also have a screen over here that's not camera right. So my bad for looking off. But there's a bunch of this is the end here. There's a bunch of displays of strength between these two throughout the match too that I don't know if it's going to recognize. Like that little spot where she's hanging on the ropes right there.
The 505.
Is that what it's called? It's called something. It's not. She changed the name of it. It's called the can opener or something. I don't know. It's something else now.
2, 3.
I said it on the broadcast, whatever it was. Little inside.
Oh, that look. Oh.
Yeah, that's a bad pitch. That's a bad pitch right there.
Oh, that look.
Yeah. Steal your man and whoop your ass. Like right there.
I was like,
Kyle's like, here you go. Sorry I didn't give it to you sooner. Undefeated in Duke City Championship Wrestling is Angelica.
Yeah. Both titles. Look at that. Jesus. Looks like
that's hey, what's a real number on Angelica Risk? 410? 411, maybe?
411, I'd say. Hey. Oh man.
This is so fun. Hey, I was so nervous about you doing this. When you grabbed the towel, I was like, you can kind of see in my face. I'm like, oh, thank you.
I think a fan threw that towel at us too. Like or Gabe grabbed it from a fan and threw it at us. It was perfect.
And then
look at that poor baby.
Risk is in the ring getting all the attention in the world. And we're like, I think I tell ProView on air, I'm like, why are you on us? Like, go to Risk. Like,
she's talking all that ish right now. Look at that.
God, look how big my hands are, dude. I'm not a human being.
Well, like when you sit, you're still taller than me. You're just a big dude.
There are too many memes of how gay we are.
It's guy love.
Hey, my smile at the end. And you know that, I mean, I don't know if everyone knows this. I got a bunch of like plastic surgery done recently, right? So this is all fake. You know, all these like all my mouth is fake. So like whenever we go to whatever at the end, like I put the biggest smile out there. Like I'm like,
show them off, man. You show them off. I love it.
All right, do a little filler while I pull up the other one.
Well, so that was episode 2-5, I believe. The Battle Royale with Happy winning the inaugural, being the inaugural champ for the Route 66, aka the People's Belt, the People's Champ. I kind of want to call it that, man. And then Angelica Risk defending, winning, retaining the Nightmare Factory. And there's another title she had with it too, man.
It is Pride Month at the time of recording. You know where I live here in town, so we had the Pride Parade just down Central, and my neighborhood was super out there yesterday. It was.
I walked the parade yesterday.
Oh, did you walk?
I was with my organization I work with, but it was beautiful, man. It was just fun.
We don't need that noise. So yeah, we were doing like a yard sale with the fam yesterday, right? And so I'm doing it like a yard sale because I just bought this new house. Like I'm in my new studio. And the paper, who's a sponsor, Duke City Championship Wrestling, and a sponsor of my radio show, they're like, hey, you want to walk with us in the parade? And I'm like, yes. The short answer is yes. The long answer is I need to have a yard sale. Like, I'm in full support of your lifestyle. I'm in full support. Love who you want to love. Love is love. Like, I'm that guy. But I have to sell this old mattress, and that's way more important.
I gotta recoup, man. Moves ain't cheap. Ooh.
Oh, okay. Your highlight. You're so stupid. There's
it looked great, man. The Samoan torpedo, beautiful thing. The falling coconut, whatever.
I wish I could recap the good jokes I tell the way that you recap the handful of times you have a good wrestling move.
Hey, man, it's still two hands worth that, I'd say now. And me getting my butt kicked at the end of the night and all the time.
What's this thing up here? You know how I'm a Mac guy?
Yeah.
Every time Mac updates, it adds like a new something. Like, I don't want to click out of a tab.
The unnecessary shortcut that they throw in there sometimes. It's like, yo, dude, come on. Great match.
And every time they update, like, your old adapters stop working. Like, I'm not trying to be this guy right now. They know what they're doing. Hey, you know what this does? Nothing now. Nothing. Just so stupid.
The Samoan salt shaker. Hey, man, I'm with it. Let's see what do you guys want to call my my finisher? What would y'all call it? Let's see.
The headbutt?
Yeah, the torpedo headbutt, the flying Samoan.
I call it fishy.
Ooh. Shoot, I forgot.
So Jordan joined us on this one. And here's the thing. He was really good. You don't know anything about it because headset was off.
Oh, man.
What is this graphic here, ProView? You have photos of El Diablo Blanco. Me and ProView are about to have a sit down. So Diablo Blanco makes his return. Haven't seen him in some time. Veronica Vega's there. She steals the shine every time.
My brave warrior princess.
Stop calling her that.
She's dope. El Diablo Blanco. Oh, man.
This dude's
great
good.
work. He's so good. He just is so good.
Go ahead.
No, let Migra make it their comeback. Was since November.
Yeah,
the last time we saw them.
Well, because during the school year we do shows on Thursdays, and that's by design. So the shows on Thursdays are so that like families don't have to like skip high school athletics. They don't have to skip youth athletics. There's nothing going on Thursday. We do our product so you can bring the family out, and it's worked really well for us. Except Lemigra's from Texas. And they have like shoot lives. They have shoot jobs and stuff. Like they can't just come over to Albuquerque on a Thursday, pro wrestle, and get back to their regular life. It doesn't work like that.
It's tough.
So yeah, now that we do, and like I said, we go back to weekends during the summer. So, welcome to Dave for bringing back.
Chris Watson It's so good.
He's a pro. He's in a tough space here though, because he's a good dude. He's a very good wrestler. He's, obviously that direction for our company, but being from Texas, people just like at their core hate him.
Iquinsuoja. That's what they see when they see him, though. But he's really great. His signs. Look at that.
He's handsome as shit. Oh, I didn't mean to cuss. He's handsome as stuff. Like a multi-sport athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm sure he was prom king. He's like all those things. But yeah, he's awesome, dude. I think we said on the broadcast, it's like these guys have beat each other up in Texas a ton, and this was the first time the Duke City audience got to see it.
And they worked well. They are so good, man. But it's funny, like seeing him in the bomber jacket. I miss the duster. Oh, here we go, baby.
Yeah, I just got into it.
Look at that.
Oh, all right.
Diablo Blanco holding strong. Uh-oh. Here we go, baby.
Well, and we, as far as how you lay out a show, which we kind of talk about this stuff a little bit more when I'm here than whenever you guys are doing this. Oh, this is such a good spot.
He's so good.
And then you think like he gets to the corner, I'm like, all right, he's going to break the arm. You know what I mean? He's going to come down, do the elbow. Yeah. Nope. Around the world, brother.
Oh! Getting too big for the bridges, man. Diablo Blanco will make sure that he's not going to let anything go easy on you.
And then Veronica Vega comes in. Also, turtleneck, no sleeves is a bad bitch look.
It doesn't work for me though. I tried it, and she wore it best.
Yeah, you're so stupid.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a turtleneck tough guy, dude. Look at me.
And everyone else is like, no, you're not. You're not even tough. By the way, man, that side of the ring just hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Well, and you see the apron like going crazy during the whole show. So at the El Rey, we have this. How big is that fan up there? That thing's got to be. I'm not joking. Is it 30 feet wide?
Maybe 35, 40, I'd say.
Yeah. And this fan, because it's how the desert is, it's a swamp cooler. You know what I mean? We put hundreds of people in the venue, this, that, the other thing. And it just creates like an air flow where that apron wants to just jump around.
And we got to just let it look crazy because we're not turning that fan off. The thing is hot. That place is hot.
So we tried weighting the thing. We tried like taping it to the. We tried all kinds of stuff, and the airflow in there is just. That's why it's comfortable in there. Oh, Veronica
price, man.
Sucks.
Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look like she's trying to give him a kiss. Like, hey, man, for luck.
Also, what is this Han Solo belt that she's wearing? What is that for? It's not holding your pants up. Like, what's it doing?
Hey, man, it looks great. And don't talk too much about our brave warrior princess.
Okay. No. Greedo did not shoot first. I just want to be very clear here.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Greedo did not shoot first.
No, he did not shoot first.
Anyone says otherwise was watching the wrong versions. Oh man. El Diablo Blanco working the crowd. That's a tough thing to consider, man. When you're working a show, when you're in a match, you don't just have your opponent, you also have the crowd to keep. Because one of the worst things that you could have is an indifferent crowd.
Mm-hmm. Well,
crowd
and then
not caring.
There's a whole nother level too, which is television. Because the way we do television, so you have your opponent, you have often a valet, which the way we do it here. You have the crowd in attendance, and then what the crowd is in the building is not the crowd that watches at home. To be honest, it's just a much bigger audience on the social media, and you have to pay attention to that. You have to be, cognizant, like right there. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, we're still going to get him up. We're still going to hit that move. Oh, that
was pure strength, man.
Well, and then God,
just
people pay chiropractors for that.
He just gave it to him for free. Yeah, in addition to what you're talking about with the the product and what I'm talking about, like you have to worry about the crowd, worry about your opponent. Also, the view that you see right there when it's very wide, that's called hard cam. So like
Yeah.
you have to be very aware with what you're doing and make sure that, all right, I want to hurt you, but I also want it to be seen. And I also want it to register well with those who are going to be watching this either. Oh, that just
Well,
hurts.
it's so unforgiving too, like the camera. You know what I mean? Because it's so
Yeah.
intimate, it's so in your face. Also, when we do go to hard cam, look in the top left again. That is our doctor. Like so like not only does our doctor come and make sure everyone is healthy and capable of going and doing the thing, like he's a fan of the industry. You know what I mean? He like sneaks out and takes in the show. You know, during it's just I don't know. Right, you see in the top left there.
Yeah.
So just I don't know, kind of neat to see all the different levels of everything going on. Like that is from a very accredited school, a lot of education level, and biggest pro wrestling fan you'll find.
He is, and he loves it, but he's also watching objectively as well, where like he's still be able to enjoy it or not. That's a
Yep.
great. That's a great.
Big,
He calls it the side splash
yeah,
because it's
big
giving you
side,
an angle.
correct. And you know, Watson, who's wrestled a ton in El Paso,
Oh,
you know, the
nice.
home of Eddie Guerrero. You know, there's just it's real special when guys from Texas, you know, apply that frog splash, side splash. It's awesome.
That's just a really great one. But yeah, as I was saying about a doctor enjoying, he's still able to keep an objective eye and make sure that all of us are still safe as we're working in a show or something. Because there's a couple times when he's like getting ready to run in, like, what happened? Is he okay? I was like, no, it's the match still going, man. It's okay. just let him cook, man. Let him cook. You know,
That purple shirt I wore, I partnered with some purple like Jordan 1s. And I thought for sure I was going to get like compliment on my fit throughout the night.
of course not.
Zero compliments.
I did compliment your glasses you were wearing earlier, and you just walked away from me. So
Were they the white ones that I stole to look like Chris Burnett?
yes,
That's
it was
awesome.
very nice, man. You don't like when I make too much eye contact with you.
No, you're weird to me.
Thank you.
Oh, here. All right. So I didn't know this made the broadcast. So I haven't watched this yet. So all right, little production note. So between every odd number match, we had Gabe Gambino come out who was hosting the birthday party, right? So he was like, we can't have a birthday party without toys. And then so Duke City Toys, which is a new partner of that's so funny there. So it's a new partner of Duke City Championship Wrestling. They came out and splattered the ring with toys for this match between Chuey Martinez and Mickie Knuckles.
Mickie Knuckles.
She made her debut. So that was awesome. She's famed around the country for her hardcore prowess. You know, so's Chewy.
Yeah.
You know, here, yeah. It's a different element here for Chewy because he it's not, I don't want to say the word burden, but there's not an expectation that he's the hardcore specific thing that he's been everywhere else, which by the way, he's the best at and really successful.
He's
but
really
here
good.
it's different types of storytelling. And we were like, well, how can we go hardcore adjacent on our birthday show? And we did it with the help of Duke City Toys in this birthday toy match.
And also, this is the debut of our very first, well, it's very redundant, the intergender match that we've ever had. The very first we've had. So trusting that with these two was a great move because these two can work any and every day, everywhere, anywhere. So really excited to see Mickie Knuckles in action. And it was really, really awesome. Showing love, the Necro Butcher, who was
got a big
visiting.
fundraiser show coming up too. So
that is the 29th, the day after ours.
That's in Amarillo. So I know a bunch of homies are heading over there to be a part of that. So it's a super cool thing.
I am waiting to hear back if I have a shoot concert that I'm supposed to be playing or not. Because of New Mexico, and we don't find out till after it's done.
Oh, of course.
It's gonna be great. It'll be great.
That's been a thing here in the world of entertainment in New Mexico because of how custom I am to my approach to entertainment. To try to speak New Mexico has been cumbersome. It has been cumbersome.
Well said.
This dude is so good. Also sporting a new haircut after the hair versus career match with Turbo Tony.
They look good. Actually,
Yeah, it's not bad.
This is really good. It looks great. The Chuey Martinez, hailing from the mountains of Amarillo, which I recently was just there. I think it is metaphor.
Yeah,
metaphors.
Friend of Duke City Championship Wrestling, Carlos, and one of homies, says that their crew is going to go over for that fundraiser show in Amarillo. So that's awesome.
We love our folks, man. Go and support, man. Go and support.
I spent some shoot time yesterday with Mr. Happy, and we were talking about the business a little bit, and that he had mentioned that homies were going over there, and just filled me with joy, because those guys are huge fans of UNM's athletics, University of New Mexico. For those that aren't here, Duke City Championship Wrestling, they show an enthusiasm, and for that to spread, outside the confines of Albuquerque, New Mexico, to elsewhere is, if at all UI or Duke City Championship Wrestling is a part of them supporting others, I just loved it. I love it so much.
Homies, man. They homies por vida, man. It's pretty dope. Chuey Martinez always it's kind of become a thing. We're just expected. He's going to have a mic. He's going to have time to talk. And he just loves riling up everyone around him. He does it really well.
And it's so funny because when we do production, like beforehand, we're like, hey, here's the idea for the night. We're on this kind of time thing, whatever. Never, ever are we like, it's a good idea to give Chuey the microphone. That's never happened one time. No. And then he ends up with it. You can't even hear him because he's getting booed so bad.
And he powers through. He will be heard. He will be heard. If he's not getting a rise out of you, then you're not listening. You're not paying attention.
I would say he's great. Gold, but he's like fool's gold. It's like you're like, this is the best, and then you're like, oh, it's Chuey.
Chuey kills though.
Yeah, he does. He's excellent.
And
talking about Amarillo and what they do out there, Chuey's in a leadership position out there. He makes that go around, and they help. We were talking about Necro. We're talking about some of the stuff, and he was a big part of bringing in Mickie Knuckles. Mickie Knuckles is a nationwide name, and Chuey Martinez was like, hey, I'll vouch for your product. Like we'll make her a part of it, and that's a super cool thing to me.
By the way, great graphics for Mickie Knuckles. This is dope. Shout out to our production team.
Yeah, I think Kevin made that.
Great job, man. Like the barbed wire or something. I love it.
Well, it's there's one too, right? Because we reach out to good look, super good look.
This is that mom that was called into school because a kid just messed up and she's pissed.
It's such a unique one. The step in, like, how do I make something small like sunglasses look significant? And it was awesome. Chuey Martinez just running.
She's got that pissed off mom vibe right now. She's like, I just want to fight. Like, I got called in for this type of thing.
And also, she was out late the night before, didn't bother to get up in the morning to send her kid to school. This phone call was waking her up.
Exactly. Yeah, y'all woke me up for this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's that's so funny. Like, can't stop her own momentum into the corner kind of thing. She refuses to face off. So it's intergender wrestling, right? Like, and there's so much confusion here in the state. I think there was, because we're a commission state. I think I've talked about this a billion times. There are all these rules that had existed, all these new rules. And I think historically there was a time when this was not allowed in the state. There's other states like this. Oklahoma is like that too. And it's been very much allowed, I think, since '88 to have intergender matches in the state. And because it wasn't at one time, there was this idea forever that it couldn't be done. So this was a first for a lot of the fans in attendance.
I believe Iowa is one of the recent states that joined banning it. Actually, they even tried to ban hardcore shows too, which is why you haven't seen WWE there for a while because they won't allow. They're very, very strict. That commission's very, very strict.
That whole state is backwards. Like you can't sell booze at strip clubs too, and they all have these like, I'm not joking, they have like trailers that are like liquor stores right outside, and it's like a BYOB thing, and it's kind of a backwardsy place. Like outside of Dubuque, it's not worth going to.
It's a for now it seems to be a bit of especially in our industry. It's a fly-by state. It's a drive-through state. Like we can't.
Well, and with like Seth Rollins is from Davenport. There's a history of talented wrestling there, and they have a really good local promotion in Davenport as well. No one knows. It's maybe some of the guys from Chicago will come down, but otherwise, no one knows.
Just the Kyle's shirt.
There were so many lightsabers in this thing.
So many.
So that dinosaur toy, this is so funny. So me and my lady just bought a house, right? So a lot of these Duke City toys provided a lot of them. A lot of them, though, like that wiffle ball bat, that's straight out of my garage. That golden stick right there, I've hit so many dingers with. Like, he calls timeout. There's no timeout in wrestling.
There's no timeout in wrestling.
So that wiffle ball bat, the bottom is cut out, and it was a Louisville chugger. So you would fill it with a beer, and then you would drink it out of the bat. And the many seconds it takes you to drink it, that's how many spins on top of your head.
Holy crap.
And then you smash the can, throw it, and you have to hit it. And that's called a Louisville chugger. And I have chugged so many Bud Lights in that bat.
Oh, man. It's just... Great job with ProView on this. Shot. This is a great shot.
Oh, get out of the way, Kyle.
Dang it, Kyle. It just goes in. Oh, man.
Duke City Warrior says, are we going to have a hardcore title? No. If this is what you consider hardcore, then we're going to have a softcore title is what we're going to have.
Hey, that's a great idea right there, man. Like it's like a padded chair.
Oh, hey, it's so funny. Carlos just said that. The softcore toy match needs to be at every show thing. Give it a belt. So much good can come from it. The belt would be made. It would just have Lego plates on it, and I would have people make their own, put their name on it before every show.
Every top that just pisses Mickey off more.
Oh, I was talking and not paying attention. Her ripping her shirt off spot was very good.
So good. This is just two people that just wants to fight. I love it.
In the ring right there is that Halo rifle that I had on my wall forever. So all these, I don't know where any of these toys went after the match. Fans just stole them.
I think all of them just walked away. Oh.
That big old toy box I had, I don't know where that thing went. That's like a super nice, like, like industrial tote thing. Like when you go to the hardware store, it's the one on the top shelf,
Yeah.
My God, like
that walked through. Was that
four things in there.
A horsey?
Oh, so that's the 9-year-old in my life. That it was her birthday too. So she's up there. This is 100% coincidence. So the 9-year-old in my life, her birthday was this day. So she's at the event with her little friends upstairs, and she's watching her childhood toys being used in this match. And she's like, "That's my Little Pony." She's just screaming her head off.
The nunchucks he pulled.
Oh, she's like, "No, not the nunchucks." Dirty pool.
Wicked smart. Wicked smart.
I only met Mickey the day of the show. This is the best spot. Oh, God, dude.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So she can't pick up Thor's hammer. So she goes and gets the Halo gun. And then, she's going for it again. She's like, it's not a real gun. Like, what am I going to do with this? That Halo gun was given to me by a fan.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I hope they're not watching because I did appreciate it.
The shield.
How's that going to protect you? More lightsabers.
You just
It's not a real knife. You can't handle it.
She
The little
stabbed it.
safety thing on the top goes over and she, oh, okay, forget it.
Oh, he threw that right in her face. Oh. I just love this
Like
so
in Tom
much.
and Jerry when they both get each other.
Oh, I love this spot. Where oh wait, no.
Crabs.
He gets her hands up with crabs.
And Van's doing the broadcast with us, and we might have fixed the microphone at this point. Hold on.
Right here, I love this part. That's
Yeah, so the microphone didn't work for Van on this one either.
Have a conversation now. I've
oh
seen
man,
things, boys.
no Van. Dang it.
Yeah. And Van was so funny in this episode, but like we said, microphone was all messy.
All of our guest commentators that came on were just on fire.
Mm-hmm. And no one will ever know.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's the first wrestling move of the match.
Well deserved. I love the Bulldog just turning him over.
2 count. Kyle's like, yeah. He's like, the first time Kyle had to count all night. He's like, yeah. He was like, it's a whole day's work, dude. Kyle says here, or Kevin, sorry. So friend of the show, Kevin, who does production in the back, he says should have played the Halo theme during the gun. Hey, it slaps.
Oh, how's it going?
Me and Halo 2 put some hours in on Xbox Live. Like,
oh man,
that was my stuff when I was a kid.
Oh, God,
you're jealous of that headbutt.
She does it better. Oh,
into the shield that she set up. Give me the pin.
The dirty pin.
Yep. Well, and that's so because it's so predictable. You know, no offense to the psychology of wrestling, for the lady to win the intergender match. You know, so such a smart finish to this thing. Mickie Knuckles is like the heck.
Chuey getting the W with the dirty pin over Mickie Knuckles.
Everyone hates Chuey.
Oh man, the mountains of Amarillo are out.
So
Look at that,
funny, dude.
That was such a great match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was wildly entertaining. Stole the night. You know, when we're putting this thing together, a little back of the house, you know, Duke City Toys comes to us and they're like, hey, we want to be a part of this. We're like, first of all, you have a great product. Yes. You know, like that's going to be doable for us for sure. And I'm like, what do you think about this crazy idea? And they're like, yes, we do think that's a crazy idea. Yeah. Well, and Van's my co-host on my radio show. And you can get 2 Men on if you go to wherever you get your podcasts and stuff. Everything's there. We're really funny. But we put him on the weirdest matches we have, and he just rolls with it.
And he loves it.
Yeah.
He's all about it. Look at that. Full house, man. Look at that.
There were so many people there. It was the largest gate we'd ever had. I don't know if I mentioned that.
You haven't.
Yeah. Okay, so this is an interesting comment here from Carlos, and I'm not trying to say anyone's right or wrong. When we were we do all the sponsor announcements, you know, throughout the show or whatever.
I love this
that stuff
part.
never makes TV, but they're like, you know, like, hey, big thank you to 2 Men On for being a proud partner of Duke City Championship Wrestling, and you know, 400 people, 500 people are like, boo, 2 Men On sucks. I'm like, that's my thing. It doesn't suck.
I loved it so much.
Yeah, don't be mean.
And Van saying that he's the one that started the booze.
That's what he says. You know he didn't. And I'm like next to you, and I'm like, what? I am 2 Men On.
I loved it. Oh, I loved it so much.
Thank you for watching 2 of them with me, Saleh. Thank you to everyone who tuned in with us to watch 2 of them with me, Saleh. This was a lot of fun. Give me some final words, brother, before we cut the real show short.
I love our fans. Every
you
single
do.
one of y'all, man. We appreciate y'all so much.
You talk about it even off the air, which is weird.
Well, yeah. Why not? It just feels right.
I got the runniest nose in my new basement studio. I gotta figure out some Kleenexes down here. You are Saleh Taylor. I guess it'd be right here. You are Saleh Taylor. I am Fred Slow. This has been The Real Show. Good job, everyone. GG.